Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another video. This is the EC-256FM. It's one of the cheaper LTD Eclipses, and since nearly the beginning of this channel, there have been so many requests for this guitar. Now, to be honest, I've never quite understood why you would buy this guitar, and now that I've spent a decent amount of time with one to make a video, I still don't really understand why. Let's take a closer look. So this is the EC-256FM. Besides the $180 EC-10 starter guitar, this is the lowest tier Eclipse style instrument LTD sells. You got fairly standard build specs for single cuts here: a thin mahogany body, a set 3-piece mahogany neck, and a rosewood-esque fingerboard with a 14-inch radius and 22 extra jumbo frets. I say rosewood-esque because while they used to come with rosewood fingerboards, with the new CITES regulations, LTD is using alternative woods with similar qualities. The spec sheet on LTD's website says that it's blackwood or jatoba. I'm guessing that these 256s are made in a couple of different factories that have access to different woods, but I'm just speculating. The body has a nice carve to it and a flame maple veneer that, in this case, has been stained in a lemon drop finish, which gives this guitar a bit of a classic vintage vibe despite the pointy horn. I do like how the 256s come with 22 frets. The upper tier 401 and 1000 series both come with 24 frets, but because they have the same 24 and 3/4 inch scale length, the neck pickup has to be moved slightly closer to the bridge. There's a subtle sound difference. Most people might not even notice it. I'm used to the classic Gibson positioning, so that's what I prefer. But yeah, overall, I mean, this thing looks great for a $400 guitar. I can't find any finish issues, scratches, dings, dents. Yeah, it's a well-constructed, well-finished guitar. But obviously, being a lower-end instrument from a big-name brand, the EC-256 does come with some compromises. Neither the nut nor the tuners are the greatest, so be prepared to tune this guitar a lot. Then the pickups aren't Seymour Duncan or EMG, they're an ESP-designed 150B and N set, and both humbuckers can be split using the push-pull tone control. Here's what they sound like dirty through my dual rectifier. So to be honest, I was expecting these pickups to be complete trash, but they're not. They have a surprising amount of clarity and chunk to them. They aren't amazing, like they're no replacement for a Seymour Duncan JB59 set, so stock, this would not be my go-to guitar for recording, but for live stuff, it'd be perfectly fine. They're a little bass heavy, but I mean, they're stock pickups in a $400 guitar, and they're completely usable. Now, the EC-256 might be a budget instrument, but it is still an LTD, and my favorite thing about LTDs is just how comfortable they are to play. The thin U neck shape feels great, as do the extra jumbo frets, so playing it feels quick. Personally, I am a little disappointed it has the boxy neck joint found on traditional single cuts. Most of the Eclipses in LTD's lineup, including the EC-401 and EC-1000, have set through necks, where the contour makes upper fret access much easier. Regardless, it's still a fun guitar to play. And now it's time for Simon Says, the segment where we ask my guitar noob roommate what he thinks of the LTD EC-256. Simon, what do you think of this guitar?
Ooh, it's like lemon yellow. Strings look good. Pretty standard looking guitar. You know, it's like, it looks like an acoustic guitar almost because of the color, but it's a little bit more electrifying. Yes. We got 3 tones, or 3 knobs. It doesn't have a label on though. But
I know, you gotta be a pro to know what you're doing there.
It's pretty heavy. More wood, more material, more guitar for your dollar.
Mm-hmm.
I like the cherry, like this colored wood though too. It's like very, I've been looking at houses and it's like the same color as like cabinets.
So if you had to guess how much this guitar costs compared to like the quality of like the Epiphones and like the Harley Bentons, where would you put this one?
What's like the average price of guitar?
What the fuck kind of question is that?
I mean, yeah, it's like, you know, it's a pretty solid guitar. I recommend it. I like it.
How many thumbs do you like it?
Oh, 1 solid thumb.
One
solid thumb.
1 solid thumb.
Yes.
Okay. So it's decent, but as I said at the beginning, I don't really get why you would buy this guitar. And let's be clear about this, it's not a bad guitar, it's actually a really fun guitar to play. My ESP Eclipse is probably the best playing guitar that I own, and this EC-256 feels similar thanks to features like the thin body, the thin U neck shape, and the 22 extra jumbo frets. But here's the thing, this guitar sells for $429, or $399 if you opt for one of the solid top models instead of the flame maple veneer. I guess that's a pretty decent price for what you get, but for only $300 more, you can get a 401 series EC. Now the 401 series is a pretty big upgrade over the 256. It comes with EMG pickups, Grover tuners, a set through neck joint for easy upper fret access, and in my experience, the build quality feels more solid. Even if you're not a fan of EMGs, you can always sell them because they're a big name pickup brand, and overall the 401 is something well worth saving up a little longer for, since build quality and the neck joint aren't things that you can just upgrade later down the line. And then for only $200 more than that, you can pick up an EC-1000, which is the highest quality level that LTD offers. These are pro level guitars. Working musicians and gigging bands use 1000 series LTDs because they are that good. They have locking tuners, Tone Pros hardware, Seymour Duncan or EMG pickups, some of them have ebony fingerboards, and most importantly, they feel awesome. From the moment you pick them up, they feel like high quality instruments. This one, it's okay. It reminds me of a standard series Epiphone. It feels more plasticky than the upper tier models. It's something I could definitely work with, but it makes me miss playing the higher tier LTDs. So I'm not sure about the rest of the world, but at least in the States, bang for buck, you're getting much more guitar per dollar with an EC-1000. Now I get it, $500 isn't just throwaway money. However, if you think of it in the context of $500, maybe saving up for a few extra months, that being the difference between this guitar and a pro level guitar that'll last you the rest of your life, to me, it makes much more sense to pick up an EC-1000. But if you're looking for an affordable Eclipse and have to have that lemon drop finish, this is a perfectly fine guitar that should make for a fun mod project. I guess the cobalt blue and purple sunburst are pretty unique finishes for inexpensive guitars, so they would make for some cool project platforms as well, but even after you're done upgrading the pickups, the hardware, the nut, and the tuners, they still won't be as nice as an EC-1000, and you'll have spent the same amount of money as if you'd just gone out and bought the nicer guitar in the first place. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. These are of course just my opinions, and I'd love to hear yours, so leave them in the comments, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to support what I do and get bonus extras like song downloads and tabs, check out my Patreon. Thanks to Sam Ash for making this guitar available, and to Pad for mixing everything. Pricing, availability, all the links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. You've been awesome. This is the LTD EC-256FM, and I'll see you for the next video.